Alright, what is your name?
My name is Camila.
And your grade?
I am in 11th grade.
And what sports do you play?
I play volleyball for Proctor.
Hold up. That was like, what's your name and what sport do you play? What grade? Just say it all together.
Okay. So, my name is Camila. I am in the 11th grade and I play volleyball in the varsity team.
What country are you from?
I'm from Cameroon. In Africa.
What brought you to love the sport of volleyball?
Well, usually I have a hard time making friends, and I guess volleyball is just a sport that you have to focus a lot on teamwork. It's not just one person. So if we lost, we would all be sad. If we won, we would all be happy. And every time, like after every play, even if you got the point or the other team got the point, you would all have to group together and just hug each other, whether it's to say you got it next time or good job. And every time we celebrated, I just fell in love more and more and felt like I found my second family.
So, Cameroon isn't known for loving. Cameroonians don't have volleyball as a primary sport. So, do you get a lot of support from your family when it comes to playing volleyball?
No, my family doesn't really support me. Well, at first, when I first started volleyball, it was just because I wanted to do something, and my mother was just like, okay, it's whatever, but then she had kids and she needed me at home, so she was just like, it's just a sport. Like, she didn't understand why I wanted to play, especially since it wasn't soccer, which is what we're all known for. They would always call it handball. Are you playing handball? And I'm like, it's not handball. So she doesn't understand the sport and therefore doesn't understand why I like it so much. And she actually made me stop the sport, and I remember I cried on the last day because it was like 2 weeks before we had to end, and I was already quitting. So I really don't like to be a quitter, so I just cried my eyes out. But later on, she let me start this year in my 11th grade year, but it wasn't really with support. It was just more as do whatever you want. So it still kind of hurts me because I don't have anybody cheering me on when I lose or bringing me to the games or anything. It's more like you find your own ride, and if you get there, you get there. But if you need something, I'll give it to you. I just won't come watch you. I won't, don't tell me anything about it. That's just how it is.
So what did you learn from not having support from other family members?
Well, sometimes when I'd see my friends, my other teammates' parents would come in, I'd just be like, oh, wow, look at your, a little bit of jealousy somewhere. They would bring food for the team, and I guess it just taught me that, well, it's not like I didn't like my mother for what she did. I just felt, well, that's just her position because she had to be at home with the kids. So I learned, I guess, the sacrifices that adults had to make. It's not that she didn't care about it or as much, but if she had the time, I knew she would come and watch me, whether or not she liked it. But yeah, it's just sacrifices,
Do you feel like playing the sport changed you, like your normal routine at home, and you feel like this affected the way this might have been the reason why your mom didn't really support it?
Oh, well, yeah. Well, honestly, I wouldn't come home not come home, but I would always have practice, or even after practice, since it's such a social sport, we'll talk about the games and stay after. So the time that I would tell her after practice or after a game that I'm going to come home, like I would say 5, but I won't be home till 6. A game will end at 7, but I won't be home till 9. And she fails to realize how hard it is to get transportation, or the fact that we have to converse every time. And to her, it kind of made me seem untrustworthy, like maybe I was doing something else, and I guess it kind of made me an angry person. I would always, and even sometimes when she told me not to stay, I would stay. So it made me more rebellious in her eyes, and yeah, it really did kind of change my attitude for the worse. But I'm kind of learning how to be more open towards her about it.
So what are some challenges that you face with the sport, like balancing it with your academics?
Oh, wow. Oh my gosh. I've never played a sport before. This was my first, and then I made this big decision to join the IB program. And I would have to stay up till like 3 o'clock doing homework, and I was just like, wait, why am I doing this? Let me just stop the sport. But then I realized I loved it too much. And during the first quarter, when progress reports came in, I found out I had let my grades go down, And then my mother threatened to stop me from playing it. And so I brought myself back up during the last 2 weeks, and it was immense work. But I think that helped me realize that there is a balance between it. It's just, you gotta find it, you know.
So, why would you encourage someone to play the sport? Like, what would be some advantages that you would give someone?
Oh, there are a lot of advantages. One, you get a second family. Two, you guys just build such, oh my God, it's such a great bond. Three, you really see our coaches, no matter what, we get so close to them. You get to see adults. Because sometimes I used to think, believe it or not, teachers are like robots, they have no lives. But then after school, you see a teacher become a coach and just how close they are. And we would talk about almost everything. And then also you just learn some skills. You learn how to set, how to pass. You learn a lot of stuff, actually. It's really good benefits. And also you learn how to balance your time.
All right, thank you.